Hello everybody and welcome back to M&J Games. I am Michael and today we're looking at a beautiful pirate park. It's called Port Royal Park, created by Selly Bands, and this is a park that was recommended to me by the creator who follows Jasmine and I on YouTube. And so I really appreciate you reaching out, and I'm really excited to take a look at this park. As the description says, welcome to Port Royal Park, my first go at the pirate theme. In this park, you'll find 4 main attractions, including 3 coasters, 1 Cascade, and 1 flat ride. This was created on the PS4, so I couldn't go as big as I wanted. I'll be upgrading to a PS5 soon, so I'll be expanding this park at that time. This was a really fun creation. I can't wait to upload more. Hope you enjoy and visit the park. So, let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so we are here at the entrance, and I'm not going to go into flip cam mode in this because I'll probably be zooming out and looking at stuff, because one thing that the creator asked about was wanting to get feedback as well. And I have taken a look around before, and this is an awesome park. I mean, just the views are just, the sight lines and the theming are just insane. And okay, so I mean, right away, let's hop on a coaster, right? So this is called Ahoy Adventure, and that is a massive, massive, massive inverting coaster. My goodness, but I mean, this theming is just really well done. Really gets you, in the pirate theme. Obviously, this is awesome. And you know what? Putting the walkway up there so that you're mindful of the fact that this is going over the queue. And like I said before, I mean, just look at the views. Oops, you got the Steel Vengeance type RMC right there. You got this massive coaster, and yeah, we can see the dive coaster in the background over there. This is really, really well done. Might pop into flip cam at some point. Yeah, and then also, just decorating this queue, adding these walls is a nice touch, using the thick wooden beams. I always love seeing stuff like that. Oh yeah, using that pirate ship, that kind of broken pirate ship there. We've got, I mean, just all the detail here is really, really well done, using those wooden posts. So now, let's go ahead, enough of me talking, let's go ahead and get to the station so we can ride the coaster. And gosh, once again, the theming is just really, really well done. You're wanting my advice? Looks like you should be giving me advice on theming. Oh, I like how you use the, whatever these are called. It starts with a P, I think. Yeah, the portcullis. Always, I'm terrible at pronouncing stuff, so I know I totally pronounced that one wrong. But that's really cool to kind of use that and that. I haven't thought about using them like that before. That's really, really cool. And then here's we get to the station. You got, oh, it says track view. Okay, good. Just the detail here is awesome. It almost looks like if there was such thing as a pirate-themed church, having this kind of almost looks like it'd be like a kind of really extravagant kind of older church style building. But this is really cool. So let's look at the stats. And you did as I always do. I always forget to name it. So all green, which is good. The results, G-forces look good. You got 4 inversions. Let's see how tall this coaster is, because I didn't pick on that before. 200 feet. Dude, this is I don't know if I'd survive a 200-foot stand-up coaster. No, this is awesome though. Let's go ahead and get started on the coaster. Wow, that's a really, really well done coaster. Like I said, I think maybe changing it to like a floorless instead of stand up might be better in the sense of from, if something like this were to ever be built. But I mean, this is really cool. Like none of it didn't go through any elements at too quick of a pace where you felt like it was unrealistic in that sense. And whenever I see a loop going over, even if it's not a dive loop technically, whatever that's called, going over the lift hill just makes me think of Banshee. But this was really cool because it's such a long coaster, but then you go really far away from the park here and just all the detailing. Like sometimes when you look at stuff from above, you're like, oh, that looks repeated or whatever, even though it's not. But then when you're actually down on that level and you're looking around or you're actually on the coaster, like it does what you need it to do. And so it's really, really well done. Just all the little extra details that you put up here, all this stuff hanging over here, it really adds to the theming of that coaster and just like all the buildings you built to, let's see. Yeah, and I mean, so this is a custom done building because it's not grouped together as one. And so that's really, yeah, I mean, that's really, really well done. I like how you've even got a potential little walkway here, even though guests can't access it. It gives it that kind of realistic look. It's like a pirate themed Hogwarts. No, I'm just kidding. Which, by the way, is anybody excited for the Harry Potter video game that's going to be coming out? I definitely am. And yeah, that's just me. Really excited for that, but love that coaster. So let's go ahead and get the HUD off the screen and move on to the next part. And I do like this red color you've chosen for the pathing. I'm not usually a big fan of this color, but I think it works in this situation. So now let's go left. Well, right's basically this is just looks like a lot of stalls. Yeah, just kind of copied and stuff. Maybe that's one thing is in the next upgrade part that you do, maybe differ up the buildings just a little bit. That'd be my only suggestion there. But I mean, then again, it's pirate themed, and there's only so much you can do with building pirate themed buildings. But I do like how you've got kind of this central place for everybody to come get their food and so forth. And I wonder if you got inspiration from Steel Vengeance at all for this coaster, because that's just what I think about here when I see that steep of a drop, that big of a hill. Like, it just makes me scream Steel Vengeance to me. It looks like this is the exit. So let's make sure and get here at the entrance. So it's called Thunder Reef. And I like how you use these temple blocks to kind of hide that. I personally would just color them different than green, because to me the green doesn't necessarily fit. But that's just my personal opinion. I could be totally wrong about that, because I am no designer, or usually Jasmine's much better at that kind of stuff than I am with color scheming and stuff like that. So love the custom fencing that you used here as well. Love how we go under the coaster track. One thing I'd suggest, and I'll show this in a second, is because you definitely look like you're trying to deal with the realism aspect of stuff. And so one thing you can do is on places like this, which I know I've shown this before, but I'll go ahead and show it again, is if you go to the build menu and you go here to framework, go to wooden framework, and you can choose these. I think the 4x4 is probably, yeah, so let's do the 2x4. So you can choose these 2x4 planks, or you can even do 2x2, whatever works. Let's do 2x2 scaffolding. Yeah, so you basically do this, and then you place them just below, and what it does is it gives that sense of realism of. So now, for example, when you're walking over the path and you look up, that part is covered and protected from the guests below. Just one of those little things. You can even do the 1x1, whatever you needed to do, but just to kind of add that extra little covering for the guests so that nothing drops through the track and lands on the head of a guest and so forth. I can tell this is a very well done, drawn out queue. Just be mindful too whenever making future stuff that the cues absolutely kill the counter, and it looks like most of this is on a grid, which is good, so that actually saves a lot. Man, the only thing I'd suggest here is I would bring this wall down, because like for example, even though there's just like supports and stuff, if you were to do it like that, oops. Let's see if I can. There we go. Sorry, I'm trying to. Sometimes these cameras are annoying to work with. If you do it like this, and then you put like a little bit of fence on the wall, it just gives the guest the ability to look out and see. Even though there's not much of a line of sight there, I mean, there will be on this side, right? I think that would be a little bit better because it almost feels claustrophobic here, if that makes sense. So that would be my suggestion. Yeah, that's just my quick suggestion there. But then I love how this is an open station. So it kind of reminds me of... oh, this is cool. Yeah, it's definitely an open station, which is cool. Like I said, it reminds me of that station on one of the campaign parks. I always forget the name of that one. Ooh, this is a really cool basic way to make the operator booth. The only thing I'd say is you got to add in space for a little door somewhere. That's my only suggestion. But I love kind of the wooden... plank pieces, not planks, but the wooden pieces you put there. Really cool touch. And I think, yeah, this is the Steel Vengeance coaster. So all green, almost 7, which is good. 205 feet. G-forces look good. It's got 5 inversions. So let's go ahead and take a ride on the coaster. We'll definitely ride in front bumper view. All right, so we just got off the, was it Twisted Reef? Thunder Reef, there we go. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that was awesome. That first drop is insane. Maybe a little bit too steep for too long, but either way, that is an insane first drop. Absolutely love it. I do kind of like this turnaround here just because I do think you're going to see, I wish RMC had a little bit more of those. But then you come down here, then you do the little airtime hill into an inversion, or kind of a stall. Then you come back around into a 0G roll here, into another inversion, into the turnaround. So it looks like you took like elements from different coasters. Like this part here is like a mixture of like, it's kind of got a little bit of the twisted cyclone vibe to it. But it's cool how it's going down a little bit as you kind of come around this turn into the other inversion, into the hill. That's a really cool touch. This is honestly one of my favorite RMCs that I've seen in the game, just with all the different style of elements that you put into it. Really cool touch. Really liked it. Would maybe like to see a couple more. Well, I guess it does have that inversion there. I guess that's not counted as an inversion. Because it doesn't reach 180 degrees. So my guess is when you smooth it out, it eliminated the fact that it actually went 180 degrees. So that's not actually, I don't think that actually counts as an inversion. Or did it say there were 5? I can't. I'm blanking now. Maybe I'm wrong about that because I was thinking it said 4 inversions, but it might have said 5. But either way, this is an awesome coaster. Once again, themed up really well with trees and pirate type stuff. And one thing you've done a good job of in this park is if you look at the placement of the paths, there's actually not a ton of path in this park. And the reason is there's a lot of, like, the coasters are so massive and big that you've had them kind of isolated in an area, and that takes up a lot of the park, which is really cool, and it's a good way to utilize a lot of the map. Because once again, if we look from above, you're utilizing a pretty darn good amount of the map, at least for it being a PS4 version. Like if we were to turn this at nighttime, that's when you can kind of see the lines. So you can kind of see the edge of the park. Now, obviously, this does extend for a while over here, but that's a good amount of the park to be used up for a PS4 park for sure. And then the lighting. Wow, look at this. Okay, I think that's maybe a little bit too much, a little too bright, but it definitely looks really cool. Like the coloring of the lighting and stuff. And you got all the buildings lit up well. And then over here, you've at least got some lights for the coaster going on that area. So that is really cool. Same thing with the RMC coaster. And that area's lit up in green. But now let's go back to daytime and take a look at the rest of the park. A nice custom walk down area. Love it when you kind of take that thought into mind. And there's a lot of good little subtle terrain work. I also like this, how you didn't necessarily smooth out the path with it, because I don't know if you guys are like this, but I build a lot of times it's like, oh, that's not quite smooth. But it's like if you go to theme parks, they're hardly ever smooth. Like for anybody who's been to Six Flags Over Georgia, that is not smooth one bit. So I think that's kind of a good realistic look here with the pathing system. I think it works well. And I like how you're up here and you get good views of this other coaster here. That's really a really cool touch. Once again, pirate little food place, pirate style buildings. And these look different than the other ones, so that's nice. Oh, and I like this too, because now you've gone with a different coloring style and a different build style. And then if we go up here, got a little sit-down area to eat, and you can watch the massive, massive coaster go down the hill, so that's cool. If only guests actually used the seating areas when you wanted them to use it. So this is called the Voyager. Switch to night. Okay, so let's switch to nighttime. I'm guessing this is the flat ride or the Cascade coaster, because it's not the B&M dive coaster. Once again, really well done with the theming and the queue line. That's been really well done throughout the entire park, and the station is really nice. A lot of detail. Ooh, we got the Cascade coaster. So let's take a look real quick. I mean, don't really expect the stats to be too great on this. Biggest drop, 48 feet. Track length. So this is 300 seconds. So let's do the math real quick. It's a little bit over 5 minutes long. So let's go ahead and take a ride on the Cascade coaster. And we're going to switch this to, we're going to do look forward mode, so we can actually look around and experience everything here. What I can already tell that I like is that you didn't actually do this dark ride in a building. You've just done it within the terrain. But because of it being night and how you've done the lighting, it's very hard to tell that. That's a really cool touch right there. Utilizing the lighting. Only thing here is maybe suggesting getting rid of that kind of terrain. Because you made the custom ceiling and stuff, so kind of mess with that terrain just to kind of move it over the top of the roof here a little bit. But that's just nitpicking. This is really, really, really cool. You know, guys, I just realized that earlier I said this is either going to be the Cascade coaster or the flat ride. I wasn't thinking properly. Obviously, flat ride is not track ride. So that's my bad. Total brain fart on my end right there, so I apologize about that. But now we're back at the station, and that was a fantastic dark ride. Really, really enjoyed it. I like the coloring here, the theming, everything around it. And so what I said before about being nighttime, if it's daytime, you can see that we've just got the terrain right there. But this is a really good job. Like if we change the torch on, you can see it's just utilizing the terrain to not have to make a roof, which is a nice touch just because it saves you on piece count, obviously. And so when you go down here, like I was saying, maybe the only thing to change would be, since you've got this roof, kind of move up the these terrain, use the terrain tool a little bit just to kind of move that up a little bit when you get to this part. That's my only suggestion. Or maybe I guess the roof did stop. So but yeah, this is really, really cool. A lot of different buildings made here. You got the pirate ship. Yeah, really, really enjoyed that. So now let's turn back to daytime, as we've seen this area at night now. So, ooh, that's cool, using these shipwreck hull pieces to kind of provide some covering. I didn't notice that when we're on the ride. That is, wow, that's really cool. I mean, really utilizing all the pieces for all the pirate pieces that came in the game really, really well. And here's the one flat ride in the park. Of course, a swinging ship. You've got to have the swinging ship if you're making a pirate park. And that's me, who did not place a swinging ship in our collab pirate park that we just did. Oh, that's cool. Cool use of custom roofing. That's really cool. And same thing over here. She got these archway pieces. Really, really cool touch. Now, one thing I wanted to ask about before to the creator is I love seeing, where was it? I love seeing this. So I wonder, is this the let's see. Yeah, so I wonder if you got the idea, if you saw me do this idea before or not. I just wonder because that's really cool idea to see that. And I love when you're able to see like other people kind of utilizing those similar ideas. Once again, really nice cube. I love the views in this park because the views are just awesome. So now we come over here to the last and final coaster. And is this the exit? I think this is probably the exit. Yep, that's the exit. So we got to find the entrance, which might actually be this one. Hall Wind. Okay. So it must be, the coaster must go pretty fast because it's called Hall Wind. Like the use of this Scalvia, or how you pronounce that, those bushes covering that. And my goodness, look at the views from right here. Wow, that is awesome. Really cool touch. And once again, I love the custom fencing around your queue. I just think it adds a really nice touch to the ride. Ooh, like this station. It's different. Yeah, I really like this station. Okay. So I think this is a dive coaster. Yep. And while we wait on the coaster return, there it is. Oh, we didn't open? Oh well. I'll open it after we ride on the coaster. So let's go ahead and look at these stats real quick. So G-forces are good, especially the laterals. Max speed 68 miles per hour. Where's the biggest drop? 148 feet. So this is actually on the smaller end compared to your previous coasters. But that's okay. And what a view as you kind of start the coaster right there. All right, so that was the dive coaster, and really well done. I mean, kept realistic to their elements. You've got the typical first inversion you see, and you've got that twice. Really well done. Really keeps true to the elements. Once again, themed up nice in the area with trees and stuff. And I wonder what in the world are these things supposed to be? Which are obviously supported through the track. I just wonder what's the significance of this. Oh, it's just an archway. Okay. And then you've got your custom coaster supports right there. Yeah, really well done. So I'd love to get your guys' final thoughts on this coaster. What was your favorite ride? What did you like the most about it? For me, I like how each of the coasters are they're all on the same path, but they all kind of take up a large area of the park where it's just taken up by that coaster. So it really makes the park seem larger than it is. Because as I said before, when you think of the pathing here, you just got right here and here, essentially. Essentially, that's all the pathing you have. None of this is path at all, which actually saves you on your percentage because pathing just kills the percentage counter. I think this one's definitely my favorite. I just love the RMCs. I think the way you went about it was fantastic. I would probably put this one second because I think the length of this coaster is amazing, and the fact that you've have it kept up a great speed the entire time. But yeah, but the RMC is definitely my favorite coaster, and I don't really have too much feedback to give other than maybe kind of differing up the building style here, but then you did that up here. You use different building styles. Love the cues. I love the detail you put on the cues. Love the as UK friends say, don't die fencing, or as we just say, chain link fence here in America. That you put right there, really well done. And I think you kind of put it to where till there's a point where guests can't access it anymore. Only thing I'd say is, man, if this fire ever falls off, this all that wooden structure is catching fire. No, I'm just kidding though. But I just love the detailing with the cues. I mean, all the different ways that we've seen pieces being used in this are really creative. So really enjoyed that. And like I said, the link is in the description below. Make sure to go check it out on the workshop and download and rate. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. And I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day.